Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are, and welcome to CineMania, the Citizen Kane of movie quizzes, the red shoes of cinematic brain teasers, and the too fast, too furious of film trivia. In England, Cineworld is reopening its doors today. And to celebrate the country getting excited about once again watching films the way they were supposed to be watched, we put together a very silly show celebrating all the amazing movies that shaped us, moved us, brought us back over and over to the movie house. I am your host, Adam, the Marilyn Monroe of YouTube Blompier, here with four future stars on the Cineworld Hall of Fame who will compete in the silliest of movie quizzes to win this, the CineMania trophy. As a famous film about lizards once said, spared no expense. So they may be playing for something utterly disposable, but our contestants have reassured me that they're all really competitive, so they are going to fight tooth and nail regardless. Let me introduce our very first guest. Come on down, Luke Owen. Hi, Luke.
Hello, Adam. How are you?
I'm very, very, very good. So if anyone who's seen our wrestling version of this show on Parts Unknown, Quizlemania, will know that Luke is by far the most long-running and successful champion in that show's history. So Luke, on the back of that, did want to make all the other contestants aware that in the quizzing world, he's something of a big deal, and that if they wanted to address him directly, they should call him, and I've got the list that you sent me, Luke, the Big Quiz, Mr. Questions, or Boy Lightning. So that's exciting. How are you going to do in with movies? You like movies, Luke?
I bloody love me a movie, Adam. Yeah, I really like the movies. I've seen at least 5 of them. No, I'm kidding. I do really very much like my movies. I've been a movie fan all my life, really. When I was 7 years old, after watching Jurassic Park at the cinema, I wanted to be Steven Spielberg. That was what I told my parents when they said, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And I said, Steven Spielberg.
Oh, delightful. Is that your favorite movie, Luke?
No, my favorite movie of all time is Ghostbusters, but Jurassic Park is in my top 3. It's Jurassic Park, Ghostbusters, and Back to the Future, my 3 favorite films of all time.
A fine movie. All right, Luke, enjoy the show. We will catch you later. Next up, he's a big fan of quizzes, loves taking them seriously. It's Laurie Blake. Hi, Laurie.
Hello. Hi, mate. How's it going?
I'm really good, mate. It's nice to see you, mate. So obviously the last time that you played one of my quizzes, you took the quiz from your bathroom whilst not wearing trousers.
Yes.
I can see that you're not in your bathroom. What's the flip side of the coin? You're
I've
all
got shorts on today. That's yeah. We're creeping up in terms of you're sort of tailoring length here.
Absolutely. We'll get to the ankles by 2021.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'll be a Victorian gentleman by then.
Do you like movies, Laurie?
Yes, I think I'm somewhat of a connoisseur of movies. I've seen Shrek upwards of 23 times, so I think I'm perfectly prepared for this quiz.
The franchise with possibly the greatest cumulative soundtrack of all time. You know you've made it when you're in a Shrek movie.
Exactly. I've also got a Google tab open, so I'll be fine.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
I'll post you the answers as and when.
Sweet.
Right?
Thanks, mate.
Not a word. Cool. So next up, a very familiar face to anyone who likes quizzes on Cineworld. It's Dan Layton. Hi, Dan. Hi. There you go. You're here.
I'm here.
Hello.
I've arrived.
Hello, sir. So obviously, you were hosting the Cineworld quiz, and now the master has become the student.
I very much feel like it's going to be a master has fallen situation. Like there was a reason I was hosting the quiz rather than taking part. I feel like I'm here to have a good time, but I'm just going to prop up the table. You know?
Don't get me wrong. I'm really glad that I have literally a full page of answers. I get to look so smart. It's great.
Yeah, you look, and you're the one with the knowledge and the power and the benevolent, almost the Whoopi Goldberg of the occasion.
I've frequently been called the Whoopi Goldberg. It's up there with Marilyn Monroe, in fact.
Yeah, well.
Do you have a favorite movie, sir?
Spice World.
That's such a good movie, Sir Roger Moore's
It's an underrated, underrated comedy classic. Victoria Beckham is sort of the finest of us in many ways, I would argue.
Yes, we should have sent her to space with the Voyager. I really hope you enjoyed the show. And we'll move on to our final guest. Again, very recognizable to the Cineworld family. We have presenter, reviewer, and TikTok prodigy. It's Amber-Doig-Thorne. Hi, Amber.
Hi, Adam. How are you?
I'm really, really good.
How was that intro for you? TikTok prodigy. I was just going to say that is what's going to be on my gravestone. TikTok prodigy. I like that a lot.
You are welcome. So obviously, when we were kind of like getting to know each other before this quiz started, you sent out a message to everyone. You were the first person to bring up just how competitive you were. It's almost like you were legally obliged to tell us.
The thing is, if I don't tell people and then I go into a quiz, if it's like a normal pub quiz, normally someone ends up getting injured, you know, shoes are thrown, things are said, and people don't know what's going on. So I thought if I just give you a bit of a warning, like luckily we're all online, so it's good. But yeah, I'm quite competitive, so I figured I'd just give you a little heads up just in case.
Well, delightful. Best of luck. Oh, do you have a favorite film?
Oh, I do. So a lot of people don't agree with me, but I love Tropic Thunder.
That's a really good film.
So it's like, again, just like Spice World, it's so underrated. And I'm like, I will watch anything with Robert Downey Jr. in. I just think the whole thing is like a masterpiece. I mean, Tom Cruise in his little bald cap with the dancing. Yeah. Best thing I've seen in my life.
Stephen Coogan getting blown up. There's few things in life.
Exactly. Just quality content.
Awesome. Right. Enjoy the quiz. And let me just welcome back all of our guests, Luke, Laurie, Dan, and Amber. Welcome to the show, my beautiful CineMania family. Right. So we're going to kick straight into the show. Just a reminder of what you're playing for here, guys. There you go, the CineMania Championship, the inaugural CineMania.
I cleared a spot for it.
That's very, very good.
Is it the bin?
Laurie, do you take my quiz seriously?
I am taking it seriously.
I will remove you from this quiz. And yes, just a reminder that we're going to be looking through a lot of great films, and just a reminder to everyone to head over to Cineworld's website and see what is on, because obviously Cineworld is reopening its doors in England today, and there's a whole raft of classics coming out. You've got Jurassic Park, Back to the Future, Empire Strikes Back. There's a whole host of amazing films that you could maybe catch in the cinema for the first time. So make sure you check out Cineworld's website for that. And we're gonna, yes, Luke,
might I recommend that Sonic the Hedgehog has been re-released?
No,
everyone go and watch it.
I loved it.
Oh,
so good.
Oh, so Luke and I have a thing where he makes me really cross by because he rates films online, and he gave the same rating to Sonic the Hedgehog that he gave to The Dark Knight, and it gets me ever so cross.
Yep.
I liked it, but I didn't like it that much. Jeez.
The heel turn has begun. Right. So we're going to crack straight into the quiz, ladies and gents. And we're going to start CineMania, as we always start, with box office poison. So this round is all about guessing the global box office of a movie. I am going to show the poster to a movie, and you have to tell me in dollars how much you think that film made worldwide. And we're doing it to the nearest million. So you don't have to do it like point something million, just the nearest million will do. The closest without going over will win 5 points. All clear?
Okay.
Marvelous. So the first film that we're looking at is Batman Begins.
Ooh.
How much did Batman Begins make at the box office globally? Batman Begins, by the way, is also back in cinemas. The entire Dark Knight trilogy is back in Cineworld for you guys to watch. So book your tickets now. I'm going to head on over to the comments provided by the wonderful Ollie Davis. Those of you who know Wrestle Talk, Ollie is in the chat, so say hello to him. His partner's out of town and he's losing his mind. But Ollie's going to be passing me some comments just to read out loud while people are writing down their answers. And I'm going to start with the first one with Space That Jam. Says Joxy. Thank you so much. Joe Pay says, I'm going to see Empire Strikes Back tomorrow. Kind of excited. And Jim83 says, I'm a big fan of movies with chocolate bars in their title. My favorite are Mars Attacks and Last Action Aero.
Very strong. Very strong.
Very strong.
Very strong.
Very strong work. Luke, we're going to start with you. How much do you think Batman Begins made?
$550 million.
$550 million. Laurie Blake.
200 million, but I'm trying to get dialed in on how much I think is a respectable amount for a film to make.
All right. And Dan.
I've gone with 450 million.
450 million. And Amber.
I had no idea, so I went for a solid 350 million.
350 million. Oh, you're all quite close. So I can confirm that Batman Begins made at the box office 372 million, which means closest without going over, I believe, was Amber. So nothing is going to be thrown as yet. There we go.
It's all downhill from here.
Blazing into the lead with 5 points. Amber Doig-Thorne. Okay. All right, next.
It's insurmountable. I don't know how I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
I honestly thought it had done way more than that. That seems almost too low for a Batman.
This was me trying to figure out what it's the same, like trying to figure out exactly what the parameters are, what is good, what is not good. I thought I was modest.
Yeah, no, yours sounded like yours was funny money to me. That was like that was stupid that it made that much. Nothing could make that much money.
The Dark Knight made a bit more. That is true. But next up, The Notebook. Behind every great love is a great story. Ollie sending me a little comment saying you might want to explain Space That Jam. So Space That Jam is a reference to Quizlemania. The main catchphrase on that show is Jam That Jam, because there's a Hulk Hogan. We may know of him. He's a wrestler, and he has a tattoo on his forearm that says "I am that I am." Unfortunately, the font that he's got it on his arm makes it look like it says "Jam That Jam." So it does. So we like saying "Jam That Jam." So Daniel Christensen says "Popcorn that popcorn." Popcorn that popcorn. Modern Snipe 97 says Shawshank that Redemption. And Roshan Sadhu says Adam that Sandler. So that it seems to be that's going to be the level of comments we're getting today, and I love it. Thank you so much to everyone who's commented so far. Join the conversation, keep Ollie company. All right, we're going to go in reverse order this time. So Amber, we're going to start with you. How much did The Notebook make?
Again, no idea. 200 million, perhaps?
200 million, perhaps. Dan?
I've gone with 270.
270. Laurie Blake?
I've stepped mine down to 150 million for the lack of Batman.
100. Yes, it doesn't. I don't think it
include
has Batman.
So yeah.
I went for 100 million. Maybe I've lowballed this.
100
It's just
million.
a lot of people like this film.
Yeah,
you know?
They do.
And the power of the gods. So
yes, he's doing God's work. This made really high for a rom-com, but turns out rom-coms don't make quite that much. 116 million. One of the highest grossing rom-coms of all time, but again, they don't make quite as much as action movies generally. So Luke, that's 5 points to you. You are joint winning yet another quiz, as you told me you would. All right. Next up, we have one of my personal favorites. It's Toy Story 3. So Jack Lyons says, "What's everyone's favorite film?" I think we've covered most. Did I not ask someone what their favorite film was?
It was me.
Laurie, what's your favorite film?
My favorite films are Ghostbusters, Jurassic Park, and Back to the Future.
Fine films.
No, Jurassic Park is my favorite film. Ghostbusters can do one. Just to wind Luke up.
Get out. Get out.
Shawshank Redemption for me. I could watch that any day of the week. And Tattoo Koopman says American That Pie.
Nice.
All right.
There's sort of like context to that.
Ooh. That pie
is that what it's called, being a true American?
It was absolutely American, for sure.
I did get American, yeah. Just keeping on the right side of the tonal guidelines. Delightful work. Skirt the boundaries.
Skirt that boundary.
Skirt that boundary.
Very good.
Gonna have a note from Ollie being like, please tell them to stop talking about pie. All right, so we're gonna start with Dan.
Oh, I wasn't ready. I've gone with 650 million because there's a lot of families going. You know, there's many and repeat viewings of people like me who just cried a lot.
Yes, a fine film. Amber.
Oh, I went a bit high. I went for 800 million.
800 million.
Yeah, might
Laurie
be a bit
Blake.
too high.
450.
450. And Luke?
Okay, so I believe it made 1.1 billion.
Oh, geez.
Oh,
I actually think you're right.
Someone
it was very well.
Coming in with the exact knowledge. It's 1.1
What?
billion.
You never said someone would know
Oh
stuff on
my
this.
God. That's so specific.
Is he going to get more points for that?
No.
Why did you
he's not.
suggest that?
Oh,
No,
I
I
did
need,
one.
I need to give everyone a chance.
On Quizlemania, you profess to be a nice man. I like the fact you just kick the front door of Cinemania in and just be like, yeah, dad's home. Right. Next up, how much did The Raid make? A personal favorite. How much did The Raid make in the cinemas? One of my favorite cinema going experiences. I've very rarely been part of watching a film at the cinema where people have applauded the film. I saw that happened in Endgame, but it also happened at the end of one of these fights. It was the triple threat fight towards the end, and literally
You clearly didn't see the 2005 J-Lo film Monster in Law. Several
just standing ovation.
Absolutely, yeah.
But no, like at the end of that fight scene, literally the entire cinema applauded. Is a good film. Right, we've got Rich McCann saying, do you have any movies that you love but only need to see once? Ooh, for me, it's A Quiet Place and World War Z. Films,
Gravity was one of those for me. Like it was very much it finished, and I was like glued to my seat, and I couldn't move. And then I was like, I'm probably never going to see that again because that was perfect. Do you know what I mean?
I feel that way about kind of like a lot of horrors. Like I'm kind of addicted to like the Saw franchise, but I never want to see them more than once. But I'm a completionist. I have to know what happens in the saga of Jigsaw. The next one's got Chris Rock in it. It's gonna be brilliant.
Oh, can't wait for that.
Yeah. Right. Let's start with big knowledge, Luke Owens. How much did The Raid make?
I've actually crossed out several of my answers. So I initially went 45, then went 10, and then went down to 25.
All right. Laurie?
I'd probably overball this. 250.
250 million. Amber?
Well, I've certainly overballed. I put 450 and thought, no, that's not enough. So I'll put 550 million.
Oh, damn. And Dan Layton?
75 million.
All right.
Conservative, but...
We are in Price's Right rules. All of you have gone over. Means you all have to guess again. Every one of you has overestimated the pull of the Raid is brilliant, but it did not make. I'll give you a clue. It did not make more than The Notebook. Michael Bradbury says, "Cine that world." That's a nice bit of brand synergy. Love it. Someone on Twitter, on YouTube called "May I Say That's a Smashing Blouse You Have On," saying Sonic is the best movie of 2020, and there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing that Christopher Nolan can do about it.
Oh, kick us while we're down.
Daniel Christian saying Jaws, and Ace Reborn saying Ollie is the uncrowned CineMania champion. I noticed that Ollie has put that comment for me to read. We did a test run of CineMania. Just Ollie and someone else who worked for Cineworld, and Ollie won, and he's been very, very proud of that victory. All right, I'm going to go around everyone again. Renewed guesses, please. Luke.
I went back down to 10.
10 millions. Laurie.
5 millions.
5 of the millions. Amber.
Too many 20 millions.
Of the 20s millions. And Dan.
I think I've lowballed hard. I went with 850,000.
Oh, savage.
So it made a surprisingly small amount at the cinema. Obviously, it's gone on to become an absolute classic. One of you has guessed it right. That man is Laurie Blake, because The Raid made only 9 million and the global box office.
Dang it.
Wow.
But
Great film.
Great film.
Fine film. So that is 5 points to Laurie. Bloody good work. And our final film of the allotment is Avatar: The Last Airbender. I just wanted to kind of kick fans of the anime down.
Is this because you've been rewatching?
Yes,
The series.
I've just seen for the first time. I've seen Avatar: The Last Airbender and the Korra, both great. Avatar is something special. I really, really loved it. And
who's your favorite character?
My favorite character, Zuko or Toph. It's a real toss up between either of those two. Look at you trying to get me. I know that.
No, I'm not trying to get you at all. I was actually just wondering. They're very good characters. Momo's the one though.
Yes, I suppose so. All right. So, how much do you think the Avatar: The Last Airbender in 3D? Let us not forget, made in cinemas.
3D makes a change.
It does. Oh, it does.
Dan, you've got to make a last minute choice.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna stick with my guns. I've gone with 200 million.
200 million. Amber.
150 million.
150 million. Laurie.
I've gone really low, and I just think this is what it deserved. 500,000.
500,000 globally. Holy moly. And Luke.
I've gone for slightly more, but not much. I've gone for the same as Dan, 200 million.
Oh, it's a tie. Some shared points, in which case, because it made 320 million. So remind me, that was Luke and Dan who gave the most, 200 million, right? Yeah, I thought so. So that's 5 points to each of you.
I'm on the board.
5 points to Luke.
That's all I cared about. Getting out the gates was my biggest issue.
Yeah.
You've all got points, and I'm so proud of you. So after that round, Box Office Poison is over. After that round, the current scores in joint second place with 5 points apiece. It's Amber, Dan, and Laurie. In first place with 15 points, it's Luke Owen.
This is why people don't like me.
Boo this man. Boo this man. All right, so next up, we're going to move from that relaxing opening into something a little more stressful. It's time for What's My Line? So this is a round all about actors. I've assigned each of you an actor, and you have to try and work out who that actor is by asking me yes or no questions. You start with 20 points. Every question that you ask me, I take a point away from you.
Oh no.
Not including a correct answer. So if you guess it like after 3 questions, you get 17 points. If you guess it after 19 questions, you get only 1 point. So there's a huge amount to play for in this round. I was going to go from last to first, but I guess I'll just pick one of the 3. We're going to start with Laurie. I'm giving you... Who have I given you? That's who I've given you. Delightful. All right. I have your actor's Wikipedia filmography listed, etc., at my fingertips. So I am ready for your first question.
Have they ever been in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Good question.
No.
Oh,
great.
That doesn't narrow it down.
No, that actually opens it up to a lot more people. That's have they ever won an Oscar?
Yes.
That doesn't help me.
Maybe ask a question that
Are
works.
they a man?
No.
No. Are they wearing a hat? That's a new question.
I'll take the point. Don't toy with me.
Not been in the MCU. Did they have a film released last year?
What a good question. No.
No
a lot of no's coming here.
Yeah, I know. I'm not throwing things out there, trying to get it narrowed down. Nothing. I just feel like now I'm just like want to swing for a wild guess. Are they predominantly known for rom-coms?
Ooh. I would you've asked me a corker of a question. I would say right now, no. I'm sorry to have clarified that, everyone watching at home, but if I gave a binary answer one way or the other, there would have been an argument. So I'm going to say right now, no.
Okay.
Oh, the tension.
I know.
We just crossed over 1,000 people watching it.
Hey!
Yay!
Accumulate viewers.
In this moment of silence.
Yeah. This moment of just pure thought as I try and think of just another question.
I just like to think of all the people just arriving being like, what have I walked in on? Just like a lot of people just looking deadly serious. And
Are they naturally blonde?
No.
So many no's.
I know. I'm not getting anywhere. Were they active during the 1990s?
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Clarification.
Not really. Just like a repetition.
There.
Is it Meg Ryan?
It's not Meg Ryan.
Predominantly known for rom-coms, Laurie. Come on, mate.
Yeah, but not anymore.
Yeah, but not anymore.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair point. I'll step back.
Yeah, step back.
Predominantly known currently for that Parkinson interview still.
I haven't seen that
okay,
one.
so they're active in the 90s. Who was active?
Who was active in the 90s? What a closed question.
I'm trying to get my brain to. I'm writing down. I'm trying to write down 90s rom-coms to be like, who's in them?
Relish this time where it's not you, by the way, everyone else, because it's
so
so much harder when you're doing it.
This is like all questions have emptied from my brain. Okay, have they ever been in a superhero film outside of the MCU?
Let me just scroll through. No. No.
Have they ever acted opposite Tom Hanks?
Let's see now.
This is it. The pressure's all for Adam as well. You've got to throw questions out there.
Don't feel like you have to.
He has to look things up quickly. That's it.
Yes.
Has acted opposite Tom Hanks.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I really thought I had all the information I needed. Thanks, Blake.
Yeah, you really overestimated the Wikipedia page.
Is it Sandra
Control
Bullock?
F.
What was that, sorry?
Is it Sandra Bullock?
It's Sandra Bullock.
Well done.
Excellent.
That was impressive.
Very well played.
That is 10 points.
Booyah.
Very, very good. Yes, incredibly loud and incredibly close, I think, or extremely loud and incredibly close was, of course, her movie with Tom Hanks. Has not been in the MCU. Known for rom-coms in the past, Miss Congeniality, of course, but not so much anymore. Doing, for example, Bird Box and Ocean's 8. Right.
Did you say they hadn't won an Oscar?
Oh, no, she has. I think.
I was going to say. Oh, I was just checking.
Blind side. So, eeny, meeny, miny, Dan, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm ready.
Let me just get your...
It's really comfortable, I tell you that, Dan.
Yeah, sure.
Relax into it. It's so easy.
It's like a warm bath.
Yeah, I genuinely, my back is so sweaty.
It's
not from the heat of the day, I swear.
I've got a specific strategy. I'm going for all or nothing at this point.
Oh, were you just going to Hail Mary it?
Is it Viola Davis?
It's not.
That's
Good
a shame.
try.
Start running it down now.
Well, yeah, but could you imagine if it was?
If it was.
Are they female?
Yes.
Are they an Oscar winner?
Yes.
Are they known for having done musicals?
I would say no.
Okay, so it's not Meryl. Did they make a guest appearance in Frasier?
God damn.
What a
If it was this
question.
person, I would be like wildly impressed. But this is mainly to make you Google.
Buying yourself time, that's it.
No. No.
Okay.
Wait,
okay,
hang on.
Okay. Oh,
Wait.
Yes. Yes.
interesting.
I think so. I've come across a forum that says this person on Frasier ?
Oh,
And
they probably did one of the voices in Frasier. That'll be it. Like the phone in, the phone in when he's like, "Are you? I'm listening." There was always actors who did it.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
not what I meant, but I will take it under advisement.
I can't honestly give you a decisive yes or no on that one because
Okay,
it's very confusing.
I'll allow it.
Thank you,
Are they
mate.
in the? I'm gonna rob your question. Are they in the MCU?
Yes.
Yes. As a superhero?
No.
Ooh, okay.
Hmm.
Is it Glenn Close?
No.
Oh, she's not won an Oscar. Fuck. Sorry, bad word.
Oh, Dan.
I'm sorry. I knew it was going to be me.
So glad it
You've
wasn't
just
me.
changed the rating of this stream. This is now a 12A.
Knock a point off.
Oh,
I'm so glad it wasn't me. I've been sitting on them for so long.
Anyway, okay, so it's not Glenn Close. Oscar winner in the MCU hasn't played a superhero. Natalie Portman?
It is Natalie
Oh, well
Portman.
What a guess.
Very, very good. I almost said
very good.
yes because obviously she's due to play.
She
Thor,
will be.
but she hasn't yet. But yes, very good. 13 points for you there, Dan, and -10 for the naughty swing. No, I shan't dock you any points. Don't you worry. Lots of people in the comments saying, Daniel, tut tut. Ollie saying, can't.
sorry.
There's always one.
Always one. All right, Amber, it's your turn. Right, let me just find your person. Great. I am ready when you are ready.
Right. Are they male? Oh, hold on. It's a yes or a no question. Are they male?
Yes.
Interesting. Are they in a film which either has or is about to be released in 2020?
Ooh, according to their filmography, no.
the no's are really unhelpful.
Yeah, this doesn't help me at all.
We just shut down that avenue of thinking.
Oh dear. Okay. So half my questions are irrelevant. Are they known for action films? Oh, this looks interesting.
Now, no.
Interesting. Sylvester Stallone? Is it?
Not
Question mark?
Sly.
Balls. Okay. This is really stressful. I feel it now. Now my back's sweating. Oh my goodness. Okay.
No one leaves one of my quizzes with a dry back. That is.
Welcome to Puddle Mania.
Oh dear. Okay, so it's a man not in a film released in 2020. Used to be known for action, but not anymore. Okay, this is a quick question, but please don't deduct a point because I'm genuinely confused. Are these movie actors or TV actors, or could it be either?
Movies.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Considering where we
I
are.
think it's poor form for you to try and pigeonhole anybody, but
Well, some people are known more for one. Okay.
Sure.
Have they been in a film franchise?
Oh, yes.
I'm really going to let myself down here. Okay. Is it Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No.
Old action films. See, I have this thing where I don't like watching films before 1990, so I've kind of screwed myself here, haven't I?
Yeah, that's on you.
Well, poo. Okay. Old action films.
Excellent self-censoring there.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great.
Thanks. I'll try my best.
Pixar quality cursing.
Christmas Day is the swear I'm going for.
crumbs.
Oh no. Film franchise. Actually, have they been in any big films in the last 10 years?
Yes.
That doesn't help narrow it down. Are they? Oh, this is not going well. Have they been in numerous film franchises?
Yes.
Are they over the age of, I don't know anyone's name, ages? That was a stupid question. Okay, I'm so confused. How do you guys come up with the questions for this? Okay, have they...
Just start asking about Meg Ryan. That's my only advice.
No,
Is it Meg? Is it Mrs. Ryan?
should I just start firing names?
Yeah, you've got
don't
12. I
know.
think go for it. Knock some points
Yeah,
off.
but it's action films, not in... Did they kind of break through in the... Words, Amber. Did they break through after 2000?
No.
I'm so screwed. Right.
I've got a theory.
Action. I have
Dan has a
negative
theory.
theories. Phone a friend? Is that an option? No? Dan? No? Okay.
No,
You can phone Dan.
You could do a 50-50 and lose half your points if you want, though.
Oh, that depends how much I trust you. Ooh, do you definitely know?
I have no idea. No.
If you definitely know, Dan, I will take that risk. No? Okay. Vin Diesel?
It's not Big Vin.
Oh, Street Sharks.
The Right Honourable Mr. Diesel.
I have
Who lives,
no
who
idea.
lives his life a quarter mile at a time.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Were they in a big film in 2019?
No.
2018?
No.
Who is this? Okay. So they haven't been in a big film in the last 3 years. There have been numerous franchises, probably before 1990, which I haven't seen. This is going very well. Very well.
Can we get clarification
Action.
on big movie?
That's a very good point.
Well, I could tell you that he hasn't been in any movies for the last 3 years.
Oh, okay, right.
So
Oh, okay.
that made it quite easy for me. Also, I just want to kind of clarify, like this may be seen as crying foul, but I don't want to lead you down the wrong road here, Amber.
Okay.
He is not known for action movies now. He has been in some action movies. Just I wouldn't fixate on action movies.
Oh, my theory is
too
wrong then.
closely.
Okay.
He
Yeah, that's what
has
I was going
been-
on.
He's been in action films,
Okay.
much fewer, like almost none these days. But like fixating on the action stars, it may not be the right way to go.
I was going to say Harrison Ford, but I'm guessing that's not.
Do you want to officially guess Harrison Ford?
I do officially want to guess that.
It's not Harrison Ford.
This is officially the most stressed I've been the whole of lockdown. So thank you. Thank you for that. Okay.
Welcome.
I don't know. Help. Do they have
name
blonde hair?
7 actors. Just go with it.
Pierce Brosnan.
No.
Ooh, that was a good shout.
Good Bronham.
Oh, I want to name other people, but I don't know how old they are. Oh, action. Oh no, this is really letting side down here.
Don't be silly. This
You're
is a
letting,
hard
you're letting
round.
no side
Older.
down. You're
I'm
letting
letting
no one
my
down but
side
yourself.
down, Daniel. My
You're
side.
letting no one down but yourself.
Thanks.
Inflated
So it's not Pierce
schools.
Brosnan, not Harrison Ford. I really need to start watching more old movies, you know. Are they?
You can get tickets at Cineworld.
I know, I should. I do have an unlimited card, so no excuse. Are they blonde?
No.
Are they brunette?
Now, no.
Oh man, okay. I have no idea. I have no idea.
These 4 questions really count now.
You've got this. You have
Come
got
on.
this.
You have got this.
There is much doubt in the mind right now.
Mary, Hail Mary.
I know. I just need to. I can't know. Like no names are coming to mind. This is the problem. Older. I've literally like had a mind blank. I know it's not, but I've got to say Zac Efron.
It's not Zac Efron.
No, obviously it's not Zac Efron. I genuinely have no idea.
Famous
random
80s
names out.
action star Zac Efron.
I was like, who can it definitely not be? I'm just going to say that name in the off chance that I might be right.
I mean,
And maybe
I'd
get
say
a
just name
quick
3
career.
people now.
he hasn't
3
been named so
people.
far in the quiz, which is a crime. So I do want to get Zac Efron's name dropped at some point in the show. You're absolutely right.
Okay. I can't even think of any older actors that were in those movies. I literally got nothing. I got nothing. My brain's just gone.
You know, like when you were in GCSEs and they said just write your name at the top and you'll get a point. Name 3 people. You never know. Go on.
It's good. You'll do it. You'll do this.
John Cena. It's not him.
Waboo do that came out of nowhere.
Wrestle. I was like, perhaps. I can't even think of any older. Obviously not George Clooney.
Oh, it could be
George Clooney.
It's George Clooney.
Oh, that was my theory.
He's in action films.
He's in Batman. He was in The Peacekeeper.
Not gonna lie, I forgot about Batman.
He was in
I was going to say George Clooney earlier, and I thought he wasn't that old, but he's grey, so he might be. But then he's not.
3 Kings. He was in Spy Kids. You know, he was in From Dusk Till Dawn. Like, he's done them. It was a really hard question. I'm sorry I misled you.
George is one of my faves as well. It's all your fault, Adam.
I'm sorry. Look at George, not me.
Okay, fine. He's pretty. I will accept.
Well, you got 2 points.
Yay! It's not a negative.
It's not. I can't take any points away from you. So, Luke.
Yes, mate.
It's your turn now. At some point during that last round, I'm sad to say that Sean Ross Sapp jumped into the chat and asked Joe, who is an old French wrestler. Thanks, Sean. Who is the current Quizlemania champion, by the way. He's a terrible human being. We love him.
Okay.
All right, Luke, I have your actors' info.
Yes.
So I'm ready when you are, my friend.
Is it Meg Ryan?
Oh my! No, it's not.
Oh, damn.
If it was.
Oh man. Okay, right. Am I a man?
Yes.
Am I famous? No, that's a terrible question. Come on, Luke.
They're in films, Luke. Of course they're famous.
That's not true. Adam's been in a film and he's not famous.
That's true. That's true.
Well, this would be a really niche round. Far more than 20 questions to get.
Did they star alongside you
Adam's
in Kick-Ass?
Background scene in Kick-Ass.
Sorry, are you asking an official question there, Luke?
Yes. Did they star alongside you in Kick-Ass?
No, I have not shared the screen with this particular actor.
Okay. Damn.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Have I had a big film this year? Or have I been in a film, or am I going to be in a film this year?
You have been. Hang on. In terms of being in a film in 2020, you have not yet been. You will be.
Okay. Cool. That didn't help
according to the Wikipedias. So I don't know if that will happen. We hope so. But yes, according to this, you will be in a film in 2020.
Okay. Cool.
Cool. 9.
Would you say I had my? Am I an older gentleman?
Yes.
Okay. Would you say I had my glory years in the 90s?
I would. If I had to describe one decade as your glory years,
you wouldn't say it's the 90s.
Not the 90s.
Would you say it's the 80s?
Oh, you were in some good stuff in the 80s.
Okay, that's fine.
No.
I will take that. I was in some good stuff in the 80s, and I will have this as I'm going to assume that also includes the 70s then.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Ooh. Cool. Have I been in the MCU?
No.
Damn it. Okay. Have I been in a film directed by Martin Scorsese?
Yes.
Okay. Right. Now we're getting somewhere.
Just name 5 of the same actors.
That's what I was thinking.
You get it in 5.
I was thinking because my first thought was Pacino, but that's not really okay. So in which case I'm going to say Bobby De Niro.
It is Bobbles.
Yay!
Bobby De Niro.
Yay!
Very,
His name is
very
Bobby. Bobby De Niro.
He was a showgirl.
Very good. So that's 10 points for Luke, which means that after that round, here are the scores on doors. In fourth place with 7 points, it's Amber. In third place with 15, it's Laurie. In second place with 18, it's Dan. In first place with 25, it's Luke. So it's
a little silver medal place. I'm all right with that.
Right. Okay.
all right. Our next round is let me just look at it up. There it is. I'm looking forward to this one. The next round is like one of your French girls.
Oh no.
It's
Let me find my easel.
Pictionary. Yes. So this is all about drawing stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you into teams.
Okay.
I'm going to put first and last place in a team. And I'm going to put second and third place in a team. That's Luke and Amber, and that is Laurie and
Luke.
Dan.
Yes, Blue's the best.
Team Loud shirts.
Very, very good. We've got.
I'm going to give each.
Oh, we have weirdly matched.
Oh yeah. Oh, delightful. I'm going to give you each a film to draw, one at a time. So let's say, for example, if it's Luke's turn to draw, everyone would close their eyes. I give Luke a film to draw. You've got 30 seconds to draw it, and then you show it to Amber. If Amber guesses the film correctly, that's 5 points for both of you. However, if Amber does not guess the film correctly the first time, I open it up to the floor, at which point you then vote by saying your own name to win potentially 3 points. All right. So that's the way this is going to work. We are going to start with Dan. Dan, you. So could I ask everyone to please close your eyes?
We're going to start low and work upwards. Good. Okay.
Dan, this is your film.
Right.
Right, you have 30 seconds starting now. Everyone can look again. All right. So Rich McCann says Michael Keaton is the best Batman ever.
True.
Pattinson?
Michael Brazina says, is it Meg Ryan is the new Is It Sid? Daniel Christensen says, the MCU question is like asking, are they in WWE? Fernando Leon 316 says, Lucamania is running wild. And Lucas Ward says, avenge that Endgame. Oh, and the Zornies says, can Adam tell us his favorite movie? It's Shawshank Redemption. Stop drawing, please, Dan. And show us your creation. And Laurie, say what you can see.
Back to the Future.
That is Back to the Future.
It is Back to the Future.
Wow.
That's exactly as I remember it.
Yeah, don't you see?
That is really,
You are
really
a true
good.
That's
artiste.
great.
In true Pictionary rules, I forgot to remind you before the round start, no letters or numbers, but there weren't any.
I very nearly did put, in fact, the wrong numbers. So I'm glad I didn't. Good. Just realised.
Back to the Future, back in cinemas for its 35th anniversary. Love that film. It's a perfect film. So that's 5 points to Laurie and to Dan. Congratulations. Next up is Amber. This is for you to draw.
You got this, Amber.
Do I? Right.
Everyone, please close your eyes.
I love how
Amber?
analog this bit is.
Please draw this.
I haven't seen it.
Oh no!
Oh no!
You
Just
still-
right. Just try.
I've seen it. I don't know what it's about. Oh
you got
no!
30 seconds.
Oh good lord!
Break it down into like syllables, and then just like do the charades route.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Alexander Jose Ovi Casillas says, "What is your favorite horror movie?" Everyone. Ooh, The
I'm bad at
Shining
horror movies.
for me. Anyone got a favorite horror movie?
It Follows.
That's a brilliant one.
Ooh.
So
Great
good. So
The
good.
Grudge.
Probably Quiet
Great.
Place.
Get me for
Quiet
years.
Place is fantastic.
I'm
Luke,
going to go back for Child's Play, although I do have a Friday the 13th tattoo.
nice. And stop drawing, please, Amber, and demonstrate your masterpiece.
Please bear in mind I haven't seen the film.
Okay.
I have no explanation for this.
Okay. So I'm
Luke-
seeing. Yes, mate.
Yeah, I was just going to say, describe what you see.
Well, what I'm seeing is an angel with a money sign over their head. There looks to be a money bag perhaps next to them.
They're meant to be separate.
Okay.
Hang on. She just drew.
And
No,
then
this was my original attempt, and then I thought that doesn't make sense. This one does, and then I thought no, I'd go with your suggestion, which I won't repeat, but what Adam suggested with the yes, splitting it into yes.
Right. Okay. So it's oh right. Okay, I'm with you now.
Get
So
me? I don't want to give it away, but
yeah, because I was going to say City of Angels.
Is that your official guess?
No, it's not.
Okay.
No, I don't think you'd have picked City of Angels. So
I'm
what I'm
sorry.
seeing is an angel and a group of lads.
Can I assist or not?
No,
Absolutely not. Outrageous. What Pictionary do you have?
The one where you're allowed to help.
You write down what the film is and they just read it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I am okay. Here's what I'm going to go with. Because it came out like last year or so. Good Boys.
It is not Good Boys. I'm opening up to the room for 3 points. Either Dan or Laurie could get a bonus 3 if they can guess it, but it does have to be your first guess.
Goodfellas.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely Goodfellas.
Oh,
Yeah.
So close.
Good Boys.
close.
I'm so sorry. I told you I don't watch old movies. You said it, and I was like, I've been meaning to watch this for literal my whole life, and I
It
haven't.
also looks a
I'm
little
so
bit like
sorry.
Angels and Demons.
Yeah, I realized that, but then I thought these were quite like proper fella haircuts, so I was hoping.
Oh, they were fella haircuts.
Indeed,
yeah,
so they are
okay.
fellas
Now-
with a real fella
To
haircut.
be fair, when
Now
I went
you've
to the
said it.
barbers last time, I did ask for a fella. And they gave me
It's
this
an own
lovely.
thing. What can I say?
So,
Because I just asked for good.
like one of your French girls. Right, who's going to next? It's Laurie's turn to draw.
Okay.
Delightful Laurie. So everyone please close your eyes. Laurie, you have 30 seconds to draw this. All right, 30 seconds has started now. John Elite 45 for life says, I thought Sonic was awesome. Everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Do you know there are 2 Hillary Clinton jokes in Sonic the Hedgehog, which I was not expecting.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Missed
At one
this.
point, the sister is really scared of Sonic, and she's like, "What is it? Is it emails?" And I was like, "Wow, okay." I felt very shocked by that satire from Sonic the Hedgehog.
Some lightning fast political commentary there from
Really?
the Sonic franchise.
4 years
And
too late, but yeah.
Stop drawing, please. Laurie, show us what you've drawn.
I apologize in advance for the crime against art that I've just committed, but here, go for that.
All right. What do you see, Dan?
An abomination is what I see, but I'm trying to discern the film. I think that is The Great Escape.
It is not The Great Escape. I will open it
Luke.
up to the room. Luke.
Shawshank Redemption.
Boom. Shawshank.
No.
Very, very good.
I was also thinking of The Escape from Alcatraz, so I messed it up on 2 counts.
It was indeed The Shawshank Redemption. That's
I didn't know how to draw the poster, so I had to go with the outside of the prison.
No, fair. You did a very good job.
Thank you.
All right.
Don't patronize me.
Luke.
Yes, mate.
This is for you, mate.
Okay, mate.
Everyone who isn't Luke, please close your peepers.
Oh, please don't be an old film.
All right, Luke.
You
Draw.
got this, Amber.
Oh dear.
Okay, cool.
All right, you got 30 seconds on the clock. Peter Fry says, going to Cineworld on Sunday to see the entire Back to the Future trilogy. That's a weekend. Oh,
Yeah.
I love that. Tyler Ortiz says, what is your favorite bad movie? A movie that is critically considered below average, but you still personally enjoy. Mine is A Knight's Tale with Heath Ledger. I thought people liked A Knight's
I
Tale.
love that film.
Alan Tudyk does a great job in that film. Mine's Doomsday. Doomsday is.
Was that the one where they go to kind of like feral Scotland?
Yeah, they Scotland gets a virus and they wall it off, and then they go in.
Drawing, please, Luke.
Smeg, hang on out. Oh, okay.
Oh.
I've just only realised that the second part of my drawing actually looks. So there is, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Right. So I feel like I want to go with the Batman film with Joker and Catwoman, and I can't remember what it's called, and it's gonna destroy me.
I'm gonna have to push you for a name of a film.
No, because it's one of the oldest. No, it's not. Is it Batman Begins?
It is not Batman Begins, I'm afraid. I'm opening up to the...
Laurie.
Do we think
Alice in Wonderland.
It is not Alice in
If it
Wonderland.
was.
It looks like a cat that's disappearing.
I thought it was Batman. I'm so confused.
Dan,
is it not? Is it? What's he thinking? I can guess what the Batman film Amber thinks, but I don't think that is a Batman film.
Oh, I thought it was Batman Returns.
Is it Lady? No.
Is it not a Batman film?
Luke, you've given us very little to work with.
Dan,
Is it I'm going to go with Cats and Dogs. The seminal animated film Cats and
So
Dogs.
it's The Dark Knight.
Oh,
Luke,
I knew
There's
it.
no way it's like the Joker, mate. Look, the Joker's there. And then
Oh,
Nice.
damn it.
You've not even. Is that Batman on the left?
yes.
I got Batman straight away, Luke. I thought you did a
First of
great
all,
job
that's
there.
That looks like a cat to
Second of
me.
all,
That looks like a
I
cat.
see it now, mate. See it now.
Oh,
I was going to draw the bat
dear.
symbol, then I ran out of time. That was actually that was originally meant to be the Joker because he's got the big smile, right?
Sure.
And then I realised that doesn't really look much like it, so I'll do a more detailed version of it.
And is
right, but what's
that
Oh, I thought it was
happening?
a woman.
Maggie Gyllenhaal?
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, actually, I drew Maggie Gyllenhaal. You're right. I just didn't draw
But
the
the
explosion.
smile of the Joker looks like a boat. I thought there were people in a boat.
They are at the end of the Dark Knight.
I mean,
when
now
he's,
yeah. You
That's
see,
true.
even
That's
more-
true. That's true.
You've
even
drawn-
more-
Egg on my face.
You've
Egg
drawn
on
the
my
villain from Danger Mouse there. That's what you've drawn.
I very much apologize. It is a 3-star movie after all.
Oh, that really burns my biscuits. All right. Next up, we're going to do that all again, folks.
Oh no.
Everyone gets one more film. Hooray! All right.
Hey.
Okay. So, Dan, this is for
Yeah.
you to draw. Everyone, please close your eyes.
Oh no.
Oh, no, indeed.
Oh.
All right. You have 30 seconds. Michael Brazina says, I am that man. Andy Craig says, I am wearing my Ghostbusters t-shirt. A 3-star movie. DK says, Friday that 13th. Dalton Harrell says, The Raid is excellent action cinema, and The Raid 2 is somehow even better. There are bits in The Raid 2 which just defy belief. Like the bit in the car is just, I don't know how they did it. And Myron Speed says, Adam, you didn't ask Dan and Amber about their favorite fast food franchise. No, I didn't. That's something we do on Quizlemania only. Stop drawing, please, Dan, and show us your creations.
The answer is Taco Bell, and also here is what I've gone with. Yeah.
Brilliant.
That is genuinely
okay.
quite lovely.
So I'm seeing.
Thank you very much.
I'm seeing a spaceship
Yeah.
and a little heart.
A
Sort of
heart.
a heart-shaped window on the spaceship. I'm sure it's just a little porthole that's gone wonky. There's a glass.
Okay.
There's a glass that's been crossed out, and
We
what looks to
ignore
be like a little bottle of booze.
Oh,
I think. Okay. So alcohol spaceships.
Alcohol spaceships. Is that your...
that is not my official answer.
Hide your expressions, Dan. I
Sorry.
see you. So you're working, Laurie.
Stop it. I am showing my. I can't. All space
very
films
clever.
left. Is it Interstellar?
Oh, you.
Oh,
yes,
what?
it is
What the-
Interstellar. Very,
that's a
very
bottle
good.
of Stella.
You know, I'll show you. I'll show you. Oh, okay. I'll show you my
Clever.
actual working, which is I know that this is in cinemas this week.
Don't you metagame, Laurie.
You fully
I'm
have
sorry.
metagame.
I'm sorry.
I will deduct points for metagaming. Right, next up
No, I got it from the Stella bottle then.
Yes,
Thank you
did.
very much. Thank you,
Absolutely.
yeah.
You did it because of the great craft. Amber, this is for you.
My first guess was Space Miguel.
Okay.
Carlsberg don't make spaceships. But if they did, everyone would die. Right, Amber, this is for you. Everyone, please close your eyes who is not Amber. Amber, you must draw me this, please.
Oh. Okay.
Good noise. Okay, that's a good noise.
All right, 30 seconds are on the clock. I actually think Ollie would be great at this quiz. He won't be last like in Quizlemania. No proof of that. No visual proof, obviously. Joseph Curran says, I love hearing Adam talk wrestling, but so nice to hear him talking movies. What did everyone think of Joker and Rise of Skywalker? I enjoyed Joker. I thought Rise of the Skywalker was definitely a movie.
Yes.
Twice in the space of about 12 hours, once after the midnight screening, and then once first thing the next morning. And I couldn't tell whether or not I was just tired Or if it was
Stop
the film.
drawing, please, Amber.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Okay, Amber.
So I tried to break it down into 3 distinguishable objects for this film.
Okay, so there appears to be a couple of marquees or some gazebos, perhaps. There is a lad jumping over that
British
with
Bake
a
Off
sword.
the movie.
Oh no, this is separate. Oh goodness. Okay, this is one. The 2 peeps are one, and then this is like a separate.
I
and
have
this is
to. This is surely
Getting a lot of help.
Yeah. This is not Pictionary.
I want to
Sorry.
redo. I want to redo.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
I got chastised for a facial expression.
You did, and you would again.
I'll cover my face. I'm sorry.
So I've got my marquees or gazebos. I've got a lad with a sword that's jumping over it, and then I add
wow.
a lass with a bigger
Stop
sword.
helping.
She's got like a Final Fantasy VII style sword.
Mhm.
Buster
Oh
Blade.
dear.
It is, yeah. Okay, right. And yes, what appears to be the X-Men symbol 3 times, or perhaps cricket balls. Maybe it's a cricket bat.
Oh,
Okay, right. Time to do so. Okay, right.
all right.
Okay.
In my head,
cool.
this made so much sense. On
Here we
paper,
go.
I think I know what it is.
Okay, I mean, I'm gonna say it's a Star Wars film
Okay.
because of the swords.
Which Star Wars film?
Well, because one of them is a lass with a sword, which I believe is what they're called as well in the films.
Lass with a sword.
Lass with swords. I'll go with Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker. It is not Rise of Skywalker. I am going to open it up to the room.
Laurie.
Laurie?
This is the greatest show.
It's a trapeze.
And Mark,
Yeah.
exact
It's the
one.
trapeze.
Yeah, that's what it's meant to be. And then you said
Yeah,
sword.
it's
and I
the
was like, all
trapeze
I can
now.
see is
So-
him with the sword jumping over.
Can I just ask the
Mess that
room,
one
what was your favourite gazebo in Rise of Skywalker?
The ones on the bloody desert planet where they go to and they find Lando.
Or they go to
that's
Burning
very
Man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cheeky beggar.
That is probably the best thing to draw from delightful stuff. All right, whose turn is it? Laurie's turn to draw. So that's 3 points to Laurie. Make sure I've got those 3 points down. Yes, there we go. Laurie, everyone else who is not Laurie Blake, please close your eyes.
Oh.
And Laurie, this is for you. 20 seconds. Off you pop. Jay Chippol says The Greatest X-Men the Musical.
I'd watch it.
Mike Montiel says The Raid has a great score by Linkin Park frontman Mike Shinoda. Did not know that. Harry Mangirl says Jurassic That Park and Fight That Club. You can look again.
Cannot
Amber.
draw.
Actually,
You can look. It's fine.
if you believe.
And
No.
my favorite one so far, Jean-Claude That Van Damme.
I
Nice.
like that one.
Very nice.
All right,
Mhm.
stop drawing, please. Laurie.
It's gone badly.
Show me.
I spent a lot of time trying to do too much detail on one bit that didn't work out nicely.
Oh,
I draw like a
no.
5-year-old. There it is.
Oh my goodness.
This is
I have to
why I
ask
got
a question.
into making videos because I can't draw.
Which was the bit that you spent a lot of time on?
Don't know.
Okay, because neither do I.
The head, I think. It is not
Yeah.
March of the Penguins. That's all I can.
no,
tell.
no, it doesn't look like it either. There's a
I should have
Harry
broken it
Potter.
down.
Which Harry Potter?
and the Deathly Hallows.
It is not Harry Potter and the Deathly
Come
Hallows.
on, man.
I will open it up to the room.
There's no nose on that.
Oh,
Where's
that's
his
true.
nose?
Yeah. Voldemort famously holding a.
Luke or Amber, would you like to buzz in and guess?
Is it a phone or a screwdriver? That's my question.
I can't. Such a question can't be answered, I'm afraid.
Hmm.
I don't really have an answer. Like,
No, I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't
can I-
either. I should have
like-
broke it down.
It looks
Can
like
I
what
guess?
it looks like a dinosaur wearing a Santa suit, holding
Am-
a.
Amber has buzzed in. Amber,
Okay.
what's your guess?
Harry Potter and the Holy Screwdriver.
It is not Harry
That
Potter and
well-known
the Holy
film.
You just
Don't
chucked
recall
away
that
3
one.
points there because this is easy.
I have no idea.
Holy Potter. And Luke,
Uh,
you have a guess if you want it.
Ah, right. No, I don't. I don't have anything.
So, Laurie, talk
Yeah, I'll
us
break it down.
through.
So I panicked.
Blade Runner?
And I started, my initial thought when I was like, what's famous about Blade Runner? And I just thought neon signs because I like them. And I started drawing neon signs. I was like, that's really obscure. So then I spent ages trying to do Decker's Wicked Sweet Coat and obviously failed. And then thought, oh, I must last minute try to draw a blade. And that's as far as I got before Alan told me to stop. And this was going to be
That looks
someone's
like
legs.
Voldemort.
Deckard is famously the only movie character to wear a coat.
Can I just query as well? At no point did you consider perhaps drawing a blade that was running?
Yes, I know now. It's a lot of thoughts to have in 30 seconds. Thank you.
Brian Kent Raffles says Harry Potter and the ray gun.
And that's not,
valid
not like a ray.
Andre says, which unfinished Peanuts character is that? Brandon Barrera says, dinosaur holding a drill. And Jay Chipple says, Harrison Ford looks like a steampunk dentist in that picture. Haha. All right. That's quite enough dunking on Laurie for now. It's time to dunk on Luke instead.
Hello, mate.
Luke, it's your turn to draw a thing.
Okay,
So
mate.
could everyone who is not Luke, please close your eyes.
Got this.
All right, Luke,
All right, okay.
for you. All right. You got 30 seconds. You can all look again. Alexander Jose Ovi Casillas says the best movie of 2020 is The Invisible Man. Great shout. I really like that film. The last film I saw in the cinemas, but not for much longer. Thanks, Cineworld. And MacADK says Leonardo that DiCaprio. John Elite 45 for Life says Optimus that Prime. And Mr. Whatever 006
I'm into
says
that.
The Last Airbender is the best movie of all time. Fight me.
Strong.
And Luke, you must stop drawing now. Your time is up. Your time is now.
Okay. Boom.
Right. So it's a fighting film. I'm seeing two gentlemen, one clearly with a fella haircut, with two swords, and he's either fighting a helmet. It's a war film. This is an old film, right? Okay, so it's two men fighting with swords and a helmet. I don't think they wore helmets in 300, so I'm not going to go for three. No, they did wear helmets. Oh, I have no clue. If you had time, would you have drawn more mini soldiers?
What is this questioning?
Perhaps another 298.
Luke,
He didn't have time.
Luke, you must not answer that question.
Um,
Amber, do you have a guess?
Gladiator.
It is not Gladiator. I'm opening up to the room.
Laurie.
Oh, I heard Laurie first.
Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back.
It is indeed Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back. It is Luke versus the helmet.
It's
I've
Darth
not
Vader,
seen
man.
Star
Come
Wars.
on now.
I haven't seen Star Wars. I've only seen the recent two.
Oh no.
I told you I don't watch old films. I wish I had some warning now. I would have spent my week actually watching the classics.
Yeah, you wish you had some warning of the existence of the Empire Strikes Back.
Yes.
I didn't think I'd have to give you a heads up on the Empire.
Dear me.
I actually
Um,
once, so when I was Christmas a couple of years ago, I was at my in-laws and I sat down to watch The Force Awakens with them, and I was like, right, does anyone need anything do I need to give any preamble beforehand? And everyone in the room said, yeah, I've never seen a Star Wars film.
Whoa.
And I was like, right.
It's not just me.
And I was
That is
like,
a lot of questions. Who's
I was
this?
like,
Who's this dog with
yeah,
a bow and
right.
arrow?
I was like,
what's-
a lot of this is not going to make sense.
Why does a dog have a bow and arrow? Is it a magical bow and arrow? I'm so
What's that
intrigued.
bin saying for the whole film?
I do really like the summation of the end of Empire though, as Luke fighting a helmet. That's really great.
A fella fighting a helmet.
Fella fighting a helmet. Ian Bolton just wants to dunk on Laurie a bit more, saying Harry Potter and the Unmendable DIY Project.
There you go.
There it is.
Space dentist. He's going to fit your replicant.
That round was everything to me, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. So after that round, I can reveal the scores. Who guessed it correctly? Laurie guessed it correctly. Well done. So after this round, in fourth place with 7 points, it's Amber. In joint second place with 26 points each, it's Laurie and Dan. In first place with a mere 28, though, it's
close.
Oh, it's getting
All
tough.
to play for.
Not a good round for me.
All right.
Except
Next.
if you're Amber.
Yeah, I was going to say, sorry that we teamed up there. I feel so bad.
It's fine. I mean, I'll actually I'm going to put all the blame on that for my Batman drawing.
I would put
I
it
would
all on
too.
me, but we can share it with that drawing. That's fine.
All right. Next up, it is chronological. This is all about when films came out. Amber, I sincerely apologize for this round because there are quite a few old
Shall I
movies
just
in it.
leave?
No, no, you shouldn't. This is so you don't have to guess dates. That would be too cruel. What I am going to do is I'm going to give you 5 films, and underneath each film will be A, B, C, and D, and E, because that's 5. And then I'm going to ask you to put the films in the correct order that they came out. And all I need, you don't have to write down the names of all the films. All I need is a sequence of letters like B, C, A, D, E, for example. So for every single letter that you get in the right position, you get 1 point. So each one is worth potentially 5 points.
Oh.
However, if you get like all of them wrong by just one place, then you can get 0 points. So it's a tough round. The first question is this. Your 5 films are Halloween, Friday the 13th, Alien, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Jaws. Halloween is A, B, and then you see B, C, D, and E along the bottom there. So I'm just going to ask you for your sequence of letters based on which you think came out first. So yeah, not the most recent, please. I'm looking for oldest to newest. That clear?
Yeah.
All right, while you guys are doing that, I'm going to read out some comments. Coruscant is King says, I haven't seen a Star Wars film either.
Yay, it's not just me.
Ace the Skylord says, love Nolan, but honestly, Dune will be something special. Oh, is Dune this year?
Oh, I'm hyped for that.
Denis Villeneuve is one of my favorite directors. He's so
Dennis.
old Dennis. Jay Chipple says, Sandra that Bullock. Joshua Darby says, nothing before 1990, heel turn of the century.
Yeah.
And Dalton Harrell says, Hugh that Jackman. Thug King 25 says, question for the gang. What do you consider the best movie starring a wrestler?
Ooh, Jumanji.
Welcome to the jungle.
Jumanji's not a bad shout. Welcome.
Well, surely The Princess Bride is up there.
Yeah, I think
true.
that might be mine.
Yeah.
The old Princess Bride.
Mr. Nanny.
Of course, yes. Suburban Commando.
Great film.
Not to forget the Tooth Fairy.
No, how could
Classic.
we forget? Or Rampage.
Hey, I didn't mind Rampage.
I like that.
All right. So that's fair. Anything with Dwayne in it is just fine by me. So I'm going to ask for your sequence of letters, please. Luke, let's start with you.
EACBD.
EACBD. Thank you very much. Laurie.
AEBCD, and I've written multiple different ones that I was unsure about.
AEBCD. All right. And Amber.
Having watched all of these films, I had a very good idea. No idea. I went for DBAEC.
DBAEC.
Ridiculous. I don't even know what they correspond to be fair.
I went for ECADB.
ECADB. All right. So, can confirm that one of you got it bang on the banana. and it's possibly the man with the Friday the 13th tattoo, because Jaws came out in 1975, Halloween 1978, Alien was 1979, Friday the 13th was 1980, and Nightmare on Elm Street was 1984. EACBD, which is 5 full points.
I only knew the order of the horror of Halloween, Friday the 13th, and Elm Street. I was like, where the Alien and Jaws fit in?
Yeah, I know. I had that as well because for a second I was like, I'm pretty sure Halloween's out before Alien, and then I completely second guessed myself. Yeah,
and second guess yourself and got it right.
And then second guess myself again. I was like, no, I'm going to go with my gut instinct.
So Laurie and Dan each got 1 point for that. And Amber, I'm afraid, nil point. So
this is the real war, Dan. This is the real war.
Yeah, that fight for silver. Really.
Yeah, that's it.
Next up. All right, these are, well, I won't tell you what decade they're from, but should be fairly obvious. You got Dirty Dancing, you got Ghostbusters, a 3-star film, Blade Runner, Top Gun, and Batman: Return of the Jedi. Did I say Batman? I meant Star Wars.
Wow.
I like Batman: Return of the Jedi though.
Silly. All right, I'm going to look up some comments. On best movie starring a wrestler, how has no one said Guardians of the Galaxy? Says
I didn't think about that. We stopped talking about it. Yeah.
Very good. Una Parkinson says, I love The Tooth Fairy. It's so silly. Rich McCann says, I guess I don't qualify A Quiet Place as horror for some reason. That made me my second favorite movie. The only movie I've ever openly cried in. Oh, interesting. And Hayden Winfield says, what's your favorite X-Men film, Cineworld? X2 for me, or maybe Logan. No, X2.
Yeah.
I genuinely had an amazing time at Days of Future Past.
Yeah, loved it.
I really liked Apocalypse. I think I'm the only person in the world who did, but I loved it.
I've actually seen it.
I can I see that one more time, because I spent more time thinking about the answers. Sorry. Okay, I'll be very quick. I promise.
You've got a baby being put in a corner. You've got a ghost being put in a box. You've got
a dentist in space.
Harry Potter.
You've got a man being put in a plane, and you've got little furry children. Those are your films.
Right. I've made my bed and I'm going to lie in it.
Delightful. Right. So we're going to go reverse order this time. So we are going to start with you, Dan.
I've gone CDBEA.
CDBEA. All righty. Let me just.
Kudbeya.
CDBEA. Gotcha. Amber.
AEDCB. I was stuck between the two, and then I kind of flipped the pen and went for that one, although I feel like the other one's more accurate.
AEDCB. Thank you very much. And Laurie?
EACBD.
EACBD. All right.
None of us are really cracking the alphabet here, are we?
And Luke?
I was really unsure on this one. I've gone for CE Bad.
CE Bad. All right.
The sailor.
So no one has got full points on this one.
Yeah.
Interesting. The correct answers were first up was Blade Runner in 1982. Then Batman: Return of the Jedi in 1983. Then okay film Ghostbusters in 1984. 1986 was Top Gun, and most recent was Dirty Dancing, which means we're looking for CEBDA. Daniel and Dan and Luke both got 3 points for that. Amber got 1 and Laurie got out.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
1 point, clawing my way to the top slowly.
All right, next up, these are 90s movies. So you're back in the field, Amber. We've got Forrest Gump, we've got Jurassic Park, we've got Titanic, we've got Jam That Space Jam, and Clueless. Fine films to a man. I've been told by Ollie in all caps, push some subscribers. Absolutely. Hello, people who might be watching this via Quizzlemania or Wrestle Talk or Parts of Unknown. But if you're not already subscribed to the Cineworld YouTube channel, you should absolutely do that. Not least because this is awesome. And so is everyone who's ever associated with Cineworld. But also Luke and Laurie are going to start doing a weekly show for Cineworld starting very soon. In fact, so you're going to start seeing a lot of Luke and Lozenge on Cineworld. So So make sure you subscribe so you get notifications for when those lovely boys appear on your screen. I'm going to put the posters back up there. So yes, click that subscribe button. Do it. Do it now.
Forrest Gump poster almost giving us some clues there with the July 6th, but not the year.
Yes, famously, there was only one July 6th in all of the 90s.
That's true. They really, yes. So Loser-Lot 1 says, this is hard. I even know the exact years for 3 of these and still wouldn't get points because I have no idea when Dirty Dancing came out. It is a hard round. Alexander Jose Ove Casillas says, Batman Return of the Jedi is the greatest MCU film ever. Daniel Christensen says Jedi that Jedi, and Brian Kent Raffles says Logan is the best X-Men film, to be honest.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you are correct.
That is someone echoed by Elmeri Nace says Logan is the best movie of all time. All the feels for every time. Interesting. All right, so we're going to go back the way we originally started with Luke being first. Luke, what's that order?
Oh man, I think I might have. Oh, smeg. BEADC, and I'm so unsure of that. I'm furious with myself.
BEADC, Laurie.
Ebergood. EBACD.
EBACD. All right. Amber.
I went through all of the combinations and landed on BDECA.
BDECA. Okie dokie. And Dan.
I've gone with BEDAC.
BEDAC. Oh, interesting. So everyone scored apart from Laurie. No one's got it completely bang on, I am afraid. So Luke, prepare to hate yourself. Jurassic Park in 1993, Forrest Gump in 1994, Clueless in 1995, Space Jam in 96, and Titanic in 97. So what I was looking for was BAEDC. 2 points for Amber, 2 points for Dan, and 3 points for Luke. By getting Clueless and Space Jam mixed up, you monster.
No, I got Forrest Gump and Clueless mixed up.
Oh, did you?
That's where I went wrong there. I was actually I couldn't remember the Space Jam Titanic thing. All I remember writing an article for a website when Space Jam hit its like 20th anniversary, because the website is still up, spacejam.com.
Yeah.
And they haven't updated it, and so it's beautifully still active. And I remember writing an article going through like every page and downloading all of the files to see what they were.
Come on and slam. Welcome
to the Jam. First albums I ever bought.
Oh wow. That's better than my first album, which would be Silver Side Up by Nickelback. Yes.
Interesting choice.
Man of taste. Right, next up, these are all based in the 2000s, the naughty films. So you've got Perfect Storm, you've got Borat, you've got Twilight, you've got Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring, so the first one, and you've got Mean Girls. All right, so I'm moving over to the comments. Ian Bolton says, I remember watching Space Jam at the cinema, £2.70 for a ticket. The times, how they have changed. The Adnap 2 says, can't believe Bugs got top billing over Jordan. That's in his rider. Joxy says, Space Jam existed before Titanic. That's ... Niall Devine says, what's everyone's favorite film soundtrack? I love the Up soundtrack. I think maybe Pulp Fiction is so good. And literally, I wasn't even lying. Like the Shrek soundtracks are incredible.
Fire.
I know it's a little bit cheating, but Mamma Mia is the stuff of legend.
The Crow's got a banging soundtrack.
The Crow. I've never seen it.
Oh, the Social Network soundtrack is amazing. So is the Gone Girl soundtrack. Basically anything Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross.
I didn't realize those guys did Gone Girl as well. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Social Network's got such a good soundtrack.
I weirdly use the Gone Girl soundtrack when I'm like trying to meditate, which I don't think is the point of the movie.
That's some intense meditation. Are you planning something when you meditate to that soundtrack? Right.
He's trying to forget.
Okay, let's start with Dan. What have you got for this one?
I tried very hard to remember when people started saying Borat quotes, and I couldn't remember. So I've gone with DAEBC.
DAEBC. Okay. Interesting. So Amber, how about you?
Bit bit of conflict on where the A went, but I think DECBA.
DECBA. Okie dokie. Laurie?
I've done the same as Dan. DAEBC.
DAEBC.
Ooh.
And LucasArts.
I've got a slight difference. I've got DAECB.
DAECB. Ooh. Ooh, interesting. So everyone scored points. No one's got full marks. So in first, it was Perfect Storm.
No!
Yeah. So close.
Lord of the Rings came out in 2001. Mean Girls came out in 2004. Borat came out in 2006. I remember because everyone at my uni kept saying nice. And
Yeah.
2008 was Twilight. So we're looking for ADEBC. So we've got 3 points each to Dan and Laurie, and 1 point each to Amber and Luke.
I was so convinced of like my first 3, and I could not remember between Borat and Twilight. I was so convinced that first one. I completely bollocksed it.
That's another juicy swear for Cineworld there. Well done, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Another popcorn in the no-no jar.
All right, next up. These are based... Okay, I'm right. The 70s then. So these are...
Oh, no.
We've got Mad Max,
good
The
Lord.
Exorcist, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and Carrie. The most accurate depiction of high school, thus presented on cinema. All right, so heading over, Scott Pilgrim Best Soundtrack, says KTKYD.
Oh,
that is
great shout.
Another great contender, Into the Spider-Verse, says Edward Burke.
Oh, yeah, very
Oh, that's
good.
a banging soundtrack. That's a good
So
one.
good. Edward Burke's Claret Big Blue says Gone in 60 Seconds had a banging soundtrack. Rich McCann says Guardians of the Galaxy and Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Puma Warrior 13 says Grease, best soundtrack. Ace of Spiders says Space Jam 2 is coming out soon, so they probably will update the website. They better not. That is a historical, that's a genuinely an internet landmark. It should be protected by the National Trust. And John Elite 45 for life says, quick question for you, boys and girls. Who would win in a race between Sonic, Quicksilver, and Flash?
I think
Vin Diesel.
I think Flash would
I
win.
think Flash is
right?
probably the fastest man on the planet. Right?
Flash
So he
can
can run so
Yeah, I
fast,
feel
he
like
can
Flash
travel
or
through time.
Quicksilver.
Yes, but
Yeah, that's it.
Sonic isn't of this planet, so
That's true. We don't know what gravity
There you
he's
go.
used to. He could be
Yeah.
so fast on Earth.
He could be incredibly slow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, just like
could you imagine if it's like hyped up to be this race of the century, and then it turns out no one checked the gravity and Sonic runs like this?
just feel his little bones straining underneath the ground. Can't breathe.
A puddle of spines crawls.
There's an image for you lucky fans. 1,170 people turning in on a hot summer's day to watch a bunch of people talk about movies. We love each and every one of you. Right, Dan, your 70s order, please.
I've gone with B-E-E-C-D. Bay CD.
BAECD. Interesting. All right, Amber.
I went for ADEBC. I've never seen a 70s film.
BC. Interesting. Laurie.
Seabad.
Seabad. Okay. And Luke.
Confident on the first two, but not the others. CBADE.
CBADE. Ooh. Right. So we have only 2 people scoring points. No one's got the right one. This is how it looks. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory came out first in 1971. Then The Exorcist in 73, Rocky Horror in 75, Carrie 76, and Mad Max in 79. So we were looking for CBDEA. It's 2 points to Luke, 1 point to Laurie, and nothing for Amber or Dan. All right. So after that round, the scores are thusly. In 4th place with 11, it's Amber. In 3rd place with 31, it's Laurie. In 2nd place with 35, it's Dan. In 1st place with 42, it's Luke. All still to play for. We are entering into the penultimate round.
Wow.
And this round is called the Rememberation Game. So it's the generation game conveyor belt. I'm going to show you 20 stills from 20 movies. Each of you each get your own little show reel, basically. And then I'm going to give you 30 seconds on the clock. And then you have to name as many of those movies as you can. There are 20, so there's a potential 20 points to be had here. But yes, it is another one of those stressful rounds. We're going to go in last place to first. So we're going to start with Amber. So yeah, I'm going to show you, Amber, a film. And then after that, you've got 30 seconds. I'll tell you when I've started the timer to guess as many of those 20 films as possible. All right, this.
Are you allowed to make notes? Sorry.
Oh, sorry. No, you are not allowed to make notes.
I'll put the pen away.
Well, I don't know. Like I said, basically, I haven't put any movie posters. So, like, there is also the job of having to identify the movies as well. So maybe you should make notes. I'm not sure. I tell you what, I'll leave it up to the room before we decide. We'll go with one rule and then we'll keep it up for the entire round. Do you want to be able to make notes, team?
I want to be able to make notes, but I don't want Luke to be able to make notes.
Cool. All right.
Can we have that rule?
Yes, like extreme rules, but only for Dolph Ziggler. All right. So you may make notes.
Okay.
All right. Here you go. All right, you got 30 seconds starting now.
Okay, The Shining, Great Escape, Gladiator, Audra, something with Audrey Hepburn, something with a swamp, Inglourious Bastards, Inglourious Christmas Days. Oh, good lord. Indiana Jones, Joker, Goodfellas. I thought it might look like that. The Prestige, some form of Western. Django, but I don't think it was called Django, but I can't remember what it was called, but something along those lines.
Okay, you've got 3 seconds. If you want to throw another one out there.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Shark Boy.
Why did that pop
Lava
into
Girl.
my head?
So you correctly identified The Shining, Gladiator, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Joker, The Prestige, and Django Unchained. I will give you that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there. Nicely played. Right.
Back
so
sweating again. Every time it's so stressful.
It's just a bit of stressful fun, right?
Stressful fun.
All right. Dan, are you ready? No,
Why
sorry,
not?
Laurie.
Wait,
So Laurie should be going first. You're absolutely right. Laurie, these are your films starting. 30 seconds starting now.
The Green Mile, Interstellar, Matrix, Usual Suspects, Inception, Star Wars: A New Hope, Back to the Future, Goodfellas, Parasite, Silence of the Lambs. I can't even read my own writing on that one. Terminator 2, Lion King, Fight Club, Wall-E. Any more of that? What's that? I'm going to try and decipher this really terrible handwriting for a bit now. No. Don't know what that says. There was another one. What's it called? It's a Wonderful Life. That was one.
Mm-hmm. And your time is up. Gosh, I really shouldn't have let you make notes. All right. So
I'm a very quick writer, but I can't read it.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh. Blistering, Laurie. Blistering. All right. So, Dan, this is for you. $30.
Oh, okay. Grand Budapest Hotel. What does that say? Gone Girl, Jurassic Park, V for Vendetta, Mary Poppins, Train Spotting, Truman Show, Finding Nemo, Godfather, Inside Out, Kill Bill, Pulp Fiction, Shutter Island. What does that say? Fargo, The Omen, and then I've written Death Chess. I know what I mean. But I can't.
I know what you mean. But it's not the title of the film.
But I would like you to tell me what the title of the film actually is.
I can now tell you that the title of the film is The Seventh Seal.
Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
All right. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Very, very good.
That feels like the most exercise I've done since February.
I just want to let you all know that Ollie is losing his mind in the comments. He did this round without taking notes, and he wants you all to know that he got 9. So well done to Ollie Davis. Yeah, it was really impressive.
Yeah, that's not 15 though, is it?
It's not 15. Crucially, it is a smaller number. Luke, you ready?
Yes, I'm okay. I think so. I've got a mascot now to try and help me through.
There he is, little Voorhees. Here we go. 30 seconds.
Smeg. Toy Story 3, Up, My Neighbor Totoro, Ghostbusters, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, The Great Escape. I've written See You. What was that meant to be? Raging Bull, Scarface, Singing in the Rain, Snatch, Sonic T Hedgehog, Dark Knight, Amelie, Taxi Driver. What was the one I was trying to think of? No, it's Christmas Day. Crisps. What was it? It was,
and your time is out. You missed Unforgiven, The Apartment, Metropolis, To Kill a Mockingbird, Lawrence of Arabia, There Will Be Blood. But all told, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 as well. Very well done. Luke.
It's five more than Ollie.
It is 5 more than Ollie.
Importantly, 5 more than
Importantly,
Ollie.
it's 5 more than Ollie got.
Ollie's terrible at this game.
Rubbish.
Better than me.
All right, here we go, lads. Before the final round, I do just want to say, for everyone watching, there's almost 1,200 of you, you lovely, lovely people. Please make sure you are subscribed to Cineworld. And do turn your notifications on if you can, because there is a new series starring Luke and Laurie coming out very shortly. Some point soon. We're not exactly sure when, but it's very, very soon. So make sure your notifications are turned on so you're the first to know when Laurie and Luke begin their new series here on Cineworld's YouTube channel. It's very exciting. All right, so the scores before we enter into the final round. With 17, it's Amber. Then in third place with 46, Laurie. Then in second place with 49, it's Dan. And then in place with 56, it's Luke. It's all still to play for. All right, this final round is known only as survival.
Uh-oh.
All right, so I'm going to give you, there's 3 basically rounds of this game. For each round, I'm going to give you a category, and I'm going to call on each of you one by one to provide a correct example of that category. For example, Star Wars films in chronological order. If I called on you first, you would have to say New Hope, then Empire. If you get it wrong, you are eliminated from the chat like this.
No.
We keep going until there's only one person left standing. The first person eliminated will get 0 points. Then the next person gets 2 points. The next person gets 6 points. And the last person standing gets 10 points. So lots of ground to be covered. Right. I will also point out in advance that if you go out on the same point that someone else does, like for example, if Luke gets one wrong and then it's Laurie's turn, but Laurie also gets it wrong, him and Luke will get the same points, because otherwise it just wouldn't really be fair. All right. So here's what we're doing. First one is James Bond films, chronological order. All right. So we're going to go from lowest score to highest score. So we're going to go Amber, then we're going to go Laurie, then we're going to go Dan, then we're going to go Luke, and then we're going to go back around and keep going until there's only one person surviving, or until we get to all of the Bond films, in which case everyone remaining will get 10 points. Hooray. All right. I'll give you guys 2 minutes to maybe make some notes.
Oh, no.
Can we go back to front and say like the most recent one as the first, perhaps? Go backwards?
Not chronological.
You want to do reverse chronological order?
Yes, I think that would be a fabulous idea.
You know what? This is a hard one. I am actually willing to reverse the order. If people...
Yeah, let's do.
I mean, I'd
order.
be in on it. Yeah.
All right.
Is this including to be released or just released?
Not including No Time to Die.
Okay.
Well, cross that out then.
And also not including Never Say Never Again. I don't even want to hear it with that non-canon Bond. So yes, we are now doing James Bond films reverse chronological order. This is nothing if not a democracy. Jeremy Parsons saying note takers throwing shade at Ollie. KYD note those notes, Ollie. John McNeil saying justice for Ollie. Thomas Loveday saying had he had notes, Ollie would have had 16. For survival, Fast and Furious in order would be difficult. None of those titles make sense. Ian Bolton, Popstar, the Lonely Island film, very good soundtrack. Never Stop, Never Stopping.
That is a really underrated movie. That is a fantastic film.
It is. I love that film.
Is that the one that's got the Humble song in it? Because that is brilliant.
Yes.
So funny.
I'm also going to go to bat for it in that sort of style. South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. A fabulous soundtrack.
The greatest musical of all time. Yes,
it really
absolutely.
is.
All right. So Amber, we're going to start with you, then Laurie, then Dan, then Luke. So Amber, what is the most recent actually released James Bond film?
So I was super confident and then realized that I got the most recent two confused, so this may end badly. I want to say Spectre.
Is correct.
Whew, okay,
There you are, right out the gate. Bang.
thank goodness.
Straight out of the ballpark. Laurie.
Skyfall.
Correct. Dan.
Quantum of Solace.
Something of Boris. Correct. Luke.
Casino Royale.
Oh, they've done a full circuit and absolutely no rails needed. Background to Amber.
Oh, we continue.
Oh, it keeps
no.
going
Oh,
until
we
one person's
continue.
left.
Okay.
Did you
I
think
was-
that was the entire?
Yeah, I thought it was just one. I was like, oh, sweet, I've got this.
You
Oh,
guys.
you just wait till we get to 1990.
Oh, God.
All right.
Um,
So the Bond film before Casino Royale.
Oh yeah, got it.
Octopussy? That's
Afraid,
the only name I can remember.
afraid not. Amber is out of there. Laurie, you have to get this right in order to get
A point.
above 0 points. Yes.
Yeah. Die Another Day.
If I die another day.
Ooh,
Dan.
Rubbish.
The world is not enough.
Oh, it's such a good theme song. Is the correct answer.
It is
Mm.
good. Okay.
Luke.
Man, is it then?
Hey,
I gotta be honest.
James Bond story.
Bond films are a bit of a
007.
they're a bit of a blank spot for me, unfortunately.
License
but I think
to kill.
and licenses to fish. I think it's Tomorrow Never Dies.
Very good.
Oh, Smeg. Thank God.
All right. Background to Laurie.
Is it GoldenEye?
It is GoldenEye.
GoldenEye.
No,
Here's-
all right. Now we're entering into.
Here's where I get stuck.
All right. What was the
I'm
one
thinking-
before GoldenEye?
I'm thinking of the theme. I'm thinking of the sounds. I've got a vision of Grace Jones. That might be even wrong. Is it View to a Kill?
It's not A View to a Kill, I'm afraid. 2 points to Dan. Laurie.
Why am I still here? It's Luke next.
No, it would be. Wait, no, it is Luke. You're right. You're absolutely.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
in your face.
Balderdash.
Balderdash.
Oh no, it's oh, put some salt on it. It's
Pour some sugar on me.
Pour some sugar on me.
my God.
Come on, Luke.
I'm trying to think if it's Fat Roger Moore, like, and it's. I'm trying to think if it's that one. I don't know if it is.
I shan't help you.
No, I know you won't. You big
Yeah?
you big friendly person that I really
Yeah, that's
like.
right.
Yes.
That's what I thought you'd say. Ben Jones has commented in all caps, "Stop getting Bond wrong."
It's all a smush after Pierce Brosnan for me.
I
I just
know.
have no idea.
What if you
Yeah.
just correctly identify the right Bond at least?
Yeah. Well, is it Dalton at this point? Honestly, I
Yes.
Bond, and I am getting Bond wrong. I'm afraid I've stopped getting Bond wrong. My God, what was this film? Was it License to Kill?
What a license to
Is it really?
kill. Yes, it is. Very good.
Oh,
All right. Laurie.
I don't know. Hail Mary. And it's going to be wrong. Octopussy.
No. So that's 6 points to Laurie. Luke, you have to get the next one right to get 10 points, or you join Laurie with 6.
Okay, Dalton only did one, which means I then think it's more, and this might be Fat More. Is it A View to a Kill?
No, Timothy Dalton did 2 James Bond films. Thank you. He did License to Kill and The Living Daylights. Back you come. Look at you all. You should all be ashamed of your. James Bond is my favorite franchise, and I put it in there to kind of.
You just wait until we get to
basically.
Jennifer Lopez movies.
Well, amazingly, the
Hustlers.
next category is. All right, so this one is maybe easier, maybe harder, depending on your film preferences. Steven Spielberg directed movies. Reverse.
Oh man!
order.
If this was in chronological order, I would fare way better. But reverse. Oh mate.
Right.
Oh God, that's so hard.
So, what I could do, because I changed it the reverse chronological order, I could basically say just Steven Spielberg movies.
Like Minesweeper.
Sort of a Minesweeper thing. So basically all you got to do is get a right one, and then we just basically, because I think this round is always more fun when people are in it for longer and the tension ratchets up. And I think so. Yeah, so I think that's what we'll do instead. So we're actually just edit this. It's there. It's a quiz show that's being edited on the fly. It's modular.
To make it easier for the contestants.
Steven Spielberg directed movies. So all you got to do is name a Steven Spielberg movie that hasn't been mentioned by someone else.
My brain has emptied of all Steven Spielberg movies.
Same.
All right, so this is not Steven Spielberg produced movies. This is Steven Spielberg directed movies. So let me just, I'm just going to remove from this list all of the ones that he's produced. Gosh, Steven Spielberg, you've made a whole bunch of films, haven't you? There's a lot here. And not including West Side Story, by the way, because it hasn't come out yet. But that is in the works. All right, I am ready when you are, but I will let you guys write a few more notes because I'll go over to the comments. Possibly unpopular opinion, Timothy Dalton is the best Bond. You are wrong there, Free Flare. I'm sorry to say. Ian Bolton says clang. Clang-a-lang-a-lang-a-clang. Nobody does it better. Clang, clang-a-lang-a-lang.
Goldfinger, he's the man with the Midas touch.
Matthew Ledesma says, how has no one talked about the Baby Driver soundtrack? That is a very good soundtrack. Sonic wins because super, hyper, and ultrasonic. Missile Dropkick said Flash would win. He won the race in Marvel versus all speedsters of that universe under the pseudonym Buried Alien. It was written in after he disappeared after Crisis on Infinite Earths. Declan Malloy says, what's everyone's favorite comedies? Mine's Airplane.
Oh, banging film.
Really, really good.
So good. I just want to wish you all good luck. We're all counting on you.
That was when I developed my drinking problem. I might say
Have you ever seen a grown man naked?
Do you like movies about gladiators? Roger. Victor.
Huh? You're distracting me now because now I haven't written any notes.
All right, we're going to start very shortly. So we're going to go from last to first, so which means we're going to go Amber, then we're going to go Dan, then we're going to go Laurie, then we're going to go Luke, because currently Dan is on 51, Laurie's on 52.
This is where you'll make it back because my brain is empty now.
The chase for silver. All right. Here we go. Sorry, Amber, please do start us off.
E.T.
E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Very good. Dan.
AI, artificial intelligence.
AI. There you are. Got you. Laurie.
Jurassic Park?
Yes, that's one of his.
Good. I just really doubt myself.
Luke.
I'm going to go with Jurassic Park or The Lost World.
The Lost World.
Are we counting franchises as
if he directed them? If he directed the movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Amber, back to you.
Ready Player One.
Correct. His most recent film. Dan.
The Post.
Very good. His second most recent film. Laurie.
This is where I doubt myself immensely. Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Very good. Very good film. All right. And Luke.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Very good. Amber.
I want to say one of the aliens.
Which one?
Alien?
No, that was Ridley Scott. Steven Spielberg hasn't directed an alien film, I'm afraid.
Unless she was thinking of E.T.
E.T., yeah. So E.T. versus Predator, that was a Steven Spielberg. Dan.
Jaws.
Yes, absolutely.
We saw it earlier.
One of the greats. Laurie.
Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade.
Yeah, absolutely. Luke.
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Very good. Almost completed the set. Dan.
Lincoln.
Ah, very good. Yes, Lincoln. Laurie.
I feel like it's a trap to complete the set, but I'll just complete the set. Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Yes, absolutely. That was.
I wasn't sure. I didn't want to.
Yeah, I really wasn't sure. I was like, that sounds like a swerve.
Hilariously, in my notes, I've got Raiders, Temple, Crusade, and then about 10 other films, and then Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Another one.
Yeah, there was another one. Jewel.
Oh, look at him, the hipster, with his first feature film. Very good. Yes, Jewel, made in 1971, was Spieley's first major motion picture. Dan.
Bridge of Spies?
Yes, very good. Laurie.
I'm out of films. On the off chance he directed it, Jurassic Park 3.
He did not direct.
No, I know he
Jurassic
did not.
Park 3. That was. Ooh, who was that?
Final two.
It was Joe Johnston, wasn't it? Was it Joe Johnston?
Maybe it was. I have a soft spot in my heart for Jurassic Park 3. All right, so that is 2 points to Laurie. Next up, it's Luke.
The Color Purple.
Yes, indeed. The Whoopi Goldberg of Steven Spielberg films. Where are you, Color Purple? There you are. 1985. Gosh, earlier than I thought. Dan.
I'm down to the last one I've got on my notes. And I don't even know if it's right. Minority Report?
Yep, that's a Steven Spielberg.
Oh no, I've got to get my thinking cap on.
Luke.
1942.
Oh, Luke, you try to be clever and you burned yourself. It's 1941, Luke.
Oh,
1941. So 6 points to Luke. You need to get this.
Drag Race.
Dan, all you got to do is get one more Steven Spielberg film and you get 10 points. If not, you leave with 6. That's still pretty good. But you need one more to get the full 10.
There are people across the nation screaming at me.
You got this.
I don't got this in any way, shape, or form. I do not have this. I'm just gonna. Because wouldn't you like to live in a world where Steven Spielberg directed The Mask?
I'd love to live in that world. We absolutely don't, though. So let me bring you guys back. That's 6 points.
Do you know what? I'm so furious with myself. 1942 is a fucking video game.
Another
swear.
Sorry. But also, I had I wanted to end on, but Twilight Zone as my last answer. That's what I wanted to end on.
Yes. Yeah, I'm afraid you thought yourself out of it. So we had a whole bunch. You had the BFG, Warhorse, Tintin, Munich, War of the Worlds, Terminal, Catch Me If You Can, Saving Private Ryan.
Stop it now.
Yeah, it's really easy to read them.
Sun, 1941, the Sugarland Express. How did no one get the Sugarland Express? Anyway, off we go.
Yeah, Luke.
Sorry, mate.
No, it's so much easier to be in my chair, which is why I'm glad I am. So this is the last one. Everything to play for. The final scores before the last question: 17 to Amber, 54 to Laurie, 57 to Dan, 68 to Luke. So it is possible. It is possible for Luke to crash out immediately,
I know, right?
and for either second or third place to win. So just keep that in mind. All right, so this is the last category. Before we depart, obviously, please do subscribe to Cineworld. And if you are any of these wonderful films, like so pretty much all of the classic films that Cineworld are bringing back for this, their kind of first time opening up, like Back to the Future, Empire Strikes Back, The Dark Knight, Harry Potter, Philosopher's Stone, Goodfellas, Shawshank Redemption. Make sure you go to cineworld.co.uk and book your tickets, because there are some absolutely classic films coming back to the big screen where they absolutely should be seen. And if you haven't seen some of these for the first time, you owe it to yourself to see them on the big screen. If you can see Star Wars, especially Empire that Strikes Back, on the big screen, I never got a chance to do that. I watched on a really horrible grainy VHS. I can't wait to see it on the big screen. Right, the last category. the 25 highest grossing movies of all time. So yes, you obviously no repeat, not in any order. I'm not asking you to go from 1 to 25. Literally just name one that features in the top 25 grossing movies of all time.
Not adjusted for inflation.
Not adjusted for inflation.
Adjusted for inflation.
Adjusted for inflation.
Okay. Right. Also, fun fact for you, Adam. Guess what?
What?
I'm on the last page of this notebook.
Oh, rest in peace, notebook.
Yep.
I am actually just going to double check that they are adjusted for inflation. Highest. There we go. So, list of highest grossing films. So, where I got this from, it says box office. So this is from Box Office Mojo, and I believe Box Office Mojo do adjust for. So yes,
yeah. If you go, it depends on where you go on the website, because sometimes there is a tab that you can do for adjusted for inflation, but there is just also not adjusted. It's probably best to go straight to boxofficemojo.com and find out.
Alrighty doodle.
Which is a great site, by the way.
It is very good. I sourced it in my dissertation.
Don't much like its redesign, but it's still okay.
There we go. Okay, so index. Yes, I believe these have been adjusted. 2 seconds, everybody. Right. So let me just go over to some comments. Fun fact, Steven Spielberg directed a movie in the Austin Powers universe.
He did, yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah, where Tom
Austin
Cruise
Pussy.
is playing Austin Powers.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, of course. Right, so let me just find that.
God, that's throwing me for a loop if it's inflation.
Interesting. Okay, so I'm getting mixed signals here from Watch Mojo. I'm going to go straight to
Watch Mojo. That's not where you want to go.
Box Office Mojo. There we go, Box Office Mojo. Because I know the number one film adjusted for inflation, but it's not on the list that's on Wikipedia. So I know that one.
Come on, Wikipedia.
Come on,
Wiki
mate.
has 2 sections as well.
Yeah, I think it's from the one more. So so all time, and then where is it? So top lifetime grosses, and then is there a button that adjusts them for inflation? Because it's at the moment it's showing me something which is I know not true. Apologies for all of this.
It's all right, Adam.
Adjusted to 2020. There you go. I did it. Did it. All right. So lifetime gross adjusted for inflation. I'm just going to copy that into my new list, and then we will be ready to go. And I can only apologize. All right. Magic. Okay. Wow. Some of these are weird.
Oh, no.
Wow. Oh, that's such a cool list. That is completely different from the one that's not adjusted for inflation.
Yeah, no, that's what's starting to stump me now.
All right. A few more comments and then I'm going to start. Andres GC7770 says, I do kind of want to watch E.T. versus Predator, to be honest. Jurassic Park 3 equals Talking Raptors, says Joshua Darby. You're absolutely right. Devil of Neurosis says, Schindler's List, damn it. How did you not get it? Andy Datson said, did Spielberg do the Emoji Movie? Datson. Xander LS11 says, if we're going by what should be the highest grade movie of all time, but got robbed by the pandemic shutdown, Sonic the Hedgehog would have dethroned Endgame.
But only in rings.
And Dwayne Nat Johnson says, Realist Coffee Bean says Dwayne Nat Johnson, and Ash Versus says Flux that capacitor. Great.
Ooh,
right. So we're going to go Amber, Laurie, Dan, Luke, and all you have to do is name one that is on this list. Amber, why don't you start us off?
Avengers Endgame.
Correct. That, adjusted for inflation, is number 16 on this list.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I thought it was right at the top.
It's interesting, isn't it? Like this list, apparently,
Oh,
it's
wow.
completely adjusted the
Yeah.
Oh, God,
grosses.
okay.
Avatar.
Avatar is number 15 on this list. Because
Really
basically, it's lowered some people's box office. It's basically, I think it's done an
Unboosted.
average what the dollar is worth sort of thing. And that has created some really interesting films. All right. So who's next?
Me.
Dan, you're absolutely right. Sorry, Dan. Go for it.
Titanic.
Yes, Titanic's on the list. Titanic is number 5. All right. And Luke.
Gone with the Wind.
Gone with the Wind is number 1. Very, very good. According to this, its adjusted worldwide gross is 1.8 billion.
Yeah.
And Avengers has been lowered to less than 1 billion.
Wow.
I'm not sure how Box Office Mojo calculate this, but bloody good job to them. Right, background to Amber.
So now that Avengers Endgame is lower down, I have a feeling all of mine are like invalid. I want to say Avengers Infinity War.
All right, let me check. Avengers Infinity War
Haven't taken
is
inflation into account
not
yet.
on the list, I am afraid. All right, Laurie.
Oh. Avengers Assemble.
Avengers Assemble is also not on the list. So another 0 points to Laurie. Dan.
Yeah, the shift around has really knocked me for a loop. I am going to try Toy Story 3.
Toy Story 3 is not on the list.
Oh,
So that's 0. And Luke?
I think one of them, with adjusted for inflation, is Star Wars: A New Hope.
Star Wars is number 2 on the list. Absolutely. Well done, Luke. So I could give you 10 points, but that was no fun. So what we're going to do is a top 25 not adjusted for inflation. So that way we get more of an actual game out of it.
Cross stuff out.
I don't care about that. Welcome back, everyone. That was not fun. Screw you, Box Office Mojo. This is my quiz.
Screw you, inflation.
It's Luke trying to show off as well. So like, he's like, I'll get the points and I'll be done quick.
I've been on this website this week.
None of those points count. This is not adjusted for inflation. We're doing this properly. Amber, kick us off.
And we're not saying the ones that we previously said.
No, you say the ones you previously said. We're starting completely from scratch. We're upending the rule book here on the first ever quiz CineMania.
Avengers Endgame.
That's number 1. Bloody well done, Amber. All right, Laurie.
Avatar.
That's number 2. Bloody well done, Laurie. Dan.
Titanic.
Number 3. How are they doing this? Luke.
Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
That's number 4. Very good. Amber.
E.T.
E.T. the Extraterrestrial.
Don't tell me it was on the inflation.
On the list.
It is on the inflation list, though, right?
On the adjusted for inflation, it is. Yeah, absolutely. So, Laurie.
Which Avengers did Amber say on the first round?
Amber said Endgame, the first one.
Yeah, okay, so the other one, Infinity War, please.
Yeah, that's number 5. Dan.
Toy Story 3.
Toy Story 3 is not on the list. All right. So 2 points to Dan. Luke and Laurie.
So it's me,
Laurie,
right?
Luke. Yes. I've fallen apart. It's too hot.
It is way too hot.
I'm trying to. So this is a list that is adjusted for inflation by one website, but it's not. So it's because I thought Toy Story 3 would be on there if it did over 1 billion.
I will say all of these have done over 1 billion.
All of these have done over 1 billion.
Yeah, well, Toy Story made 1.1 billion and it's not on the list. So all of them have done 1 billion. Yeah. They've all made more than 1.1 billion. Well done, these films.
Man.
Why'd you go?
Oh, can you echoes like?
Come on.
Finding Dory?
Finding Dory
It's the biggest
is
Pixar movie, I think.
not on the list. All right, so that is
Who thought I would be here? Realistically, show of hands.
not this
who
guy.
thought I would be here because I didn't.
All you got to do is name one.
Yeah, Black Panther.
Black Panther is number 12. Very, very good. 10 points to Laurie. Back you come, everybody.
Was Jurassic World one?
Jurassic World was number 6. Then
And there's like there's a lot of Fast and
Frozen
Furious movies, isn't there?
Frozen.
Yeah, I
So
think it's like 7 or something's on there. And then it's like Frozen 2.
the ones you missed.
So many.
Jurassic World, Lion King, Avengers, Assemble, Furious 7, Frozen 2, Avengers Age of Ultron, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, Star Wars, Batman, The Last Jedi, Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, Frozen, Beauty and the Beast live action, Incredibles 2.
Oh, the live actions.
Fate of the Furious, Iron Man 3, Minions, Captain America Civil War, Aquaman, Lord of the Rings Return of the King, and Spider-Man Far From Home.
So here is a fun little fact for you. I have done 4 quizzes during lockdown, because everyone's done a quiz during lockdown. I've done 4 quizzes where the question is, what's the biggest Pixar movie? And whenever I've said Incredibles 2, people have told me it's Finding Dory. And whenever I've said it's Finding Dory, people have told me it's Incredibles 2. So I don't know what it is anymore.
Take it up with Wikipedia. I'm done, lads. I fell apart in that last question. So well. Now my back is sweaty. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this. I hereby present the final scores. Also, you should subscribe to Cineworld and turn your notifications on because Luke and Laurie, one of them may be your Quizomania, your CineMania champion. In last place with 17, it's Amber. Thank you so much for coming, Amber. You're welcome. In third place with 59, Dan. Thank you for coming, Dan.
Make your face down.
It's just an honor to be nominated.
Second place with 64, it's Laurie Blake. Thank you very much for coming, Laurie. In first place with 70, it's Luke Owen. Master of quizzes, Mr. Questions himself. Well done, Luke. Is there anything you would like to say?
Sorry for the swear.
That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been CineMania. Get your tickets for the raft of amazing movies that are coming out now that Cineworld has opened its doors in England. We may see you again for another CineMania. We don't know. Hopefully on a less hot day. But thank you to all of the guests. Thank you for your time, guys. I really appreciate it. And thanks to you for watching at home. Goodbye, everyone.